I'm going to talk to you today, which is very unusual because normally I write on my blog, but I had a former student write in her blog. Actually, she did a video called a vlog, and it's on how you talk, your accents. So she challenged people to do it, and I at first was not going to, but then I decided, why not? Most people know what I sound like, but there are some of you that, I guess, read my blog that have never heard me talk. I will be the first to admit that I am very country. I know that. I know when I went to college, I was asked if I was from Johnston County. No. I lived in Raleigh all my life, but they thought I talked quite country. So, what I have to do is say words, and I put them on my blog below this video of me, to pronounce the words that a lot of people around the country say differently, and just to see our different accents. So, my list is over to the right, so you will probably see me dart my eyes over there so that I can see them. And some of them I will spell so that you will know which one I am discussing and about to say. And then others I will just say, but then there's some questions that I have to respond to as to what I would call certain things. And I may have a few of my own, but here goes. I'm supposed to say these words. A-U-N-T is an ant. It's not an aunt for me. That sounds so strange. Aunt. Ant. R-O-U-T-E. I call it route. When I was growing up, I lived at Route 4, Box 485. But a lot of people say route, like Route 66. But a route is what's in the ground with a tree. Route is an address or a road. Wash. I don't know how anybody could say wash any differently than wash, but apparently some people do. Maybe wash. I don't wash clothes, I wash them. Oil. I don't say oil. I think it's that phonics training that I've had for 16 years in the 2nd grade. OI says oil and coin, so we say oil. T-H-E-A-T-E-R, I actually say 2 different ways. If I'm going to see a movie, I'm going to the theater. But if I am going to a Broadway play, that kind of thing, I'm going to the theater. Kind of interesting, huh? Iron. I iron my clothes. I don't iron them. Well, I don't know. I take that back. I might iron them. Iron them. I'm going to iron. Okay, so I say iron. S-A-L-M-O-N. I realize there is a correct, proper way to say it that I do not do, but I say salmon. I want some salmon. Most people would say salmon. I haven't gotten that refined in that word quite yet. Caramel. I don't say caramel or caramel. It's caramel. Fire. Water. I have changed that over the years. I did used to say water, which I must say in my regular everyday talk, I still might say, give me some water. And I probably actually do. I drink me some water. Water. Not water. So my water came out from the teacher point of view, but water is probably what I say in my normal voice. Sure is S-H-U-R-E. Sure. Data. You know, sometimes people call it data. I think I always say data. Ruin. I know down here, sometimes we like to say it was ruined. When you ruined something, you ruined it. Crayon. I know the way you're supposed to say it apparently is crayon, but I say crayon Because down here in the South, you know, we split every word into many syllables and put accents where we think it needs to be. But I've also heard people around here call them a crown. I don't know what a crown is. A crown's what goes on your head, not what you write with and color a picture with. So anyway, I say crayon. Toilet. I don't know any other way to say toilet but toilet. I know there's some people that might say toilet. Trying to be French. Okay. New Orleans. New Orleans. I call it New Orleans. Most people say New Orleans. But I say New Orleans. The next one, P-E-C-A-N, is a pecan. Not a pecan. Which I realize down here people say it both ways. But I grew up saying pecan, and I will continue to say pecan. Both. I don't know how that can be any different. Again. Again. It's actually more like A-G-I-N for me. Again. Not again. The next word is probably. And then spitting image. Down here we like to leave off our G's a lot, so it would be spitting. He's a spitting image of his daddy. Alabama. I don't know any other way you could say Alabama, but Alabama. Lawyer. I guess you could say lawyer. Lawyer. Try to say, how do I say it? Lawyer. Lawyer. Yeah. Coupon. C-O-U-P-O-N. Coupon. Not coupon. My best friend calls it coupon. And she laughed at me saying coupon. But now her children call it coupon. Because I call it coupon. Because that's all I knew. Coupon. Not coupon. Q. There's no Q in it, but it's coupon. Mayonnaise. I don't call it mayonnaise. 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 Like M-A-N-A-I-S-E. Mayonnaise. Syrup. S-Y-R-U-P. Syrup. Put some syrup on my pancakes. P-A-G or J-A-M-A-S would be pajamas, not pajamas. We don't wear pajamas down here in the South. We wear some pajamas. The last one would be so much of my phonics rulings that I do at school. It's a sight word, or the clue word actually, for this special sound. It's C-A-U-G-H-T. And how do I teach that? A-U-G-H-T, ought and caught. Now, in my regular speech, caught. I caught me a fish. Caught me that fish, I sure did. Next, I have some sentences or questions that I need to answer of what they would be. What is it called when you throw toilet paper on a house? Seeing as I was never allowed to do that, and if I had, my mom and daddy would have gotten a hold of my little self. I don't know. But from what I understand from other people, it's called TP. Toilet paper in somebody's house. What is the bug that when you touch it, it curls into a ball? That's a roly-poly. Wesley and Kellie used to love to play with those. What is the bubbly carbonated drink called? It's called a drink. I don't call it soda, and I sure don't call it pop. In fact, when I was growing up, my dad thought it was just so funny when people would call it pop that he would actually like pop them up, you know, on the arm. You want some pop? That's what we do. We call it a drink. You call it Pepsi, Coke, Mountain Dew. I want some Coke. I want a Pepsi. Most of the time I drink water. Or water. What do you call gym shoes? Tennis shoes. What do you say to address a group of people? Y'all. Hello everybody. But normally, y'all. Y'all need to get on over here and straighten up. Okay, that's what I do at school. What do you call the kind of spider that has an oval-shaped body and extremely long legs? That is a daddy long legs. Discussed that with my students the other day. Daddy long legs are actually poisonous from what I've read. But they have such a small mouth they can't bite you. But they are actually not so good. But that's what they are. What do you call your grandparents? My grandparents were called Mama and Papa. That was already given as a name before I came along, because I have lots of cousins that are older than I am. So it was Mama and Papa. But my children call theirs, my parents, Mimi and Papa. And then they call their other grandparents Grandma and Papa. What do you call the wheeled contraption in which you carry groceries at the supermarket? That would be a grocery cart. I don't know what else you would call that other than wheeled contraption. What do you call it when rain falls while the sun is shining? Well, that would be the makings of a rainbow. Apparently, I was incorrect, and I found out that there's the old saying that it was the devil beating his wife. Don't quite get that. My version of, hey, let's go look for the rainbow. That's what I think about. What is the thing you use to change the TV channel? That would be a remote. A remote is something that I don't get to see very often at this house. Guess who holds it more than I do? You pretty much only have one guess. Thank you, yes. If you guessed Steve, you guessed correctly. Because, you know, he's all about changing the channel when you're really interested in something that is on TV. And he changes it because he has to check on the sports. So those are all the questions. And those are all the words. And I'm sure there are other things that are very interesting. I will say, in my life, and I have inherited this from my father, we like to say things the wrong way, or use a word incorrectly. One such word would be jalapeno. But my dad said jalapeno. That's what he calls the, and see, right now I can't even think of the word because we've called it jalapeno all this time. But it's the name of the stuffed, whatever you call the thing. See, I can't even remember the name. That Mexican children beat. Piñata. Hello, piñata. That's what it's called. Well, Daddy called it a jalapeno. Now, there's also a lovely story of me when I was in college. And I was a freshman going to Meredith College. And I was so excited about being there. And as I went, I was told by my dad that he would come help me get my commuter sticker. And he walks into the office and he calls me a computer. He says, my daughter's a computer and she needs a sticker. Yes, we have laughed about that, but at that time in my life, oh goodness, I was extremely nervous. But when he said that, it made me extremely embarrassed. We've never let him live it down. Thankfully, I inherited that. I've done that with my students, with my children, and now my daughter's inheriting it too. She calls a magazine a mazagine. It's great. Yeah. So that's how we speak things. So thank you for watching me. Thank you for reading my blog. And since I have your undivided attention, I hope that you still are still with me. I would really love for you to leave me messages because it helps me know I'm not talking to myself. I really do like hearing from you, hearing your thoughts on what I've written and whether or not what the Lord has laid on my heart has helped you or given you something to think about. But either way, thank you for reading. Thank you for watching me today in all my craziness. And I see that I'm at like 14 minutes. Have a great day. Bye.